There was a farmer who watered a dead tree every single day. His neighbors laughed. His family called him foolish. But what happened 10 years later left the entire village speechless. In a small village surrounded by green fields, there lived an old farmer named Arjun. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous, but everyone knew him. For one strange reason. Every morning before sunrise, Arjun would walk to the corner of his farm, and there, standing alone, was a tall, dry tree. Its branches were black. Its bark was cracked. Not a single leaf grew on it. It had been dead for years. But Arjun, he watered it. Every single day. People passing by would stop and stare. Some whispered, some laughed. "Look at that old fool," they'd say, "watering a dead tree like it's going to come back to life." But Arjun never said a word. He just kept going. One day, a young boy from the village approached him. His name was Ravi, curious and bold. "Uncle," Ravi asked, "why do you waste your time on that tree?" "It's dead. It won't grow again," Arjun smiled softly. "Maybe," he said. "But I don't water it for the tree." Ravi frowned. "Then why?" Arjun looked at the boy, then at the tree. "I water it for myself." Ravi didn't understand, but something in the old man's eyes made him stay quiet. Years passed. Arjun's children tried to convince him to stop. "Father, you're wasting water. You're wasting energy. That tree will never live again." But Arjun didn't listen. Rain or shine, summer or winter, he showed up. He watered the tree. The villagers started calling it Arjun's madness. Some felt pity. Others felt irritation, but no one understood. Not yet. Then, one year, disaster struck. A terrible drought hit the village. The rivers dried up. Wells ran empty. Crops began to die. Farmers sat in their fields with their heads in their hands. There was panic. There was fear. Even Arjun's own farm suffered. His crops turned yellow. His soil cracked under the heat, but still, every morning, he walked to that dead tree, and he poured whatever little water he had saved. One evening, his son couldn't take it anymore. "Father, stop!" he shouted. "We barely have water to drink, and you're giving it to a dead tree?" Arjun's hands trembled. His face was tired. His body weak, but he looked at his son and said quietly, "If I stop now, everything I've done will mean nothing." His son stormed off, frustrated and angry. The whole village thought Arjun had finally lost his mind. But deep inside, Arjun knew something they didn't. One morning, 2 months into the drought, something impossible happened. Ravi, now a teenager, was walking past Arjun's farm, and he saw it. A tiny green shoot growing from the base of the dead tree. He blinked, rubbed his eyes, looked again. It was real. "Uncle Arjun!" he shouted, running toward the farmer. "Uncle, look! The tree, it's alive!" Arjun walked slowly toward the tree. He knelt down, touched the small green leaf with his wrinkled fingers, and for the first time in years, he smiled. Word spread fast. People came running. They gathered around the tree, staring in disbelief. "How is this possible? It was dead for 10 years. What kind of magic is this?" But Arjun didn't call it magic. He called it consistency. That evening, the whole village sat around Arjun. They wanted to know the secret. Arjun spoke slowly, his voice calm but strong. "When I was young," he began, "I planted this tree with my father. We dreamed it would grow tall and strong, but one year lightning struck it. It burned. Everyone said it was gone forever. He paused. But I refused to believe that. I thought, maybe deep inside there's still life. Maybe the roots are still holding on. So I made a promise. I will water this tree every single day. Not because I knew it would grow, but because I wanted to honor the effort. I wanted to stay consistent. Even when no one believed, Ravi asked softly, "But Uncle, what if it never grew? What if all those years were for nothing?" Arjun looked at him. "Then I still would have learned the most important lesson of my life. Consistency is not about the result. It's about who you become while you wait." The villagers sat in silence. Some felt ashamed. Others felt inspired. And Ravi? He never forgot that moment. Years later, that small shoot became a massive tree. It gave shade. It gave fruit. It gave life to the village. And every time someone sat under it, they remembered Arjun, the man who watered a dead tree. Not because it was easy, but because he believed in something stronger than doubt. He believed in showing up, because consistency doesn't always show results right away, but it always builds something inside you, and one day, the world sees it too. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And remember, keep watering your dreams, even when no one believes, even when nothing seems to grow. Your consistency will speak for itself.